Guys, Caleb here, and today I'm super excited to review the Lego Flower Bouquet from LEGO's Botanical Collection. This set has 756 pieces and will retail you for $60 in the United States. However, my mother managed to find this at a deal for only $50. She would pay for some of it, and I would pay for some of it, and in return, we both sort of got to build it. And she's not a Lego person at all, but she asked if she could help build it. I said yes, and so I sort of taught her how to build a Lego set. She hasn't really built Legos in years, and she had a lot of fun building this with me. And I had a lot of fun building this with her, so thank you again to my mother for helping me buy this set because she really did help pay for a lot of it and build a lot of it. So it's sort of combo between me and my mother. Top of the box it says Le Bouquet de Fleurs, which I assume is French. It has a little bush there, and it also has this really cool side angle of the bouquet as well as a back angle of the bouquet with more of the flowers and just some shots of it in somebody's house. The instruction manual is honestly pretty cool. It has the flowers, but they're not really in a vase. They're sort of more just standing up, sort of freeform. And I do like the look of that. Also has the barcode in case you want the instructions online. It also has, information on each flower. Like it has rose, it has the snapdragons, it has the aster, it has the lavender flower, it's the California poppy, the common daisy, and yeah, it just has those flowers, and it has information about the designers and stuff. It had 3 bags, which we built all the flowers in, and yeah, it was definitely a pretty cool instruction manual. Here looks absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it just looks so realistic. Like, what about this looks Lego? Like, honestly, from afar, it just doesn't even look Lego. It's so cool, so pretty. It's just, like, so beautiful. I don't know, it's a very, very beautiful Lego set. If this isn't really my traditional, sort of review, as I had to put in my windowsill, as the white background was not, in fact, tall enough. It's almost the exact same height as the Statue of Liberty. If we see, I think the Statue of Liberty just beats it out by a tiny bit, which is such a shame. I wish this would have became my tallest set I owned, except the Statue of Liberty still reigns supreme. All the flowers together in the vase just look so absolutely gorgeous with all of these flowers in the vase together. It honestly just looks so incredible when all the flowers are together like this. Vase, of course, does not come with a set. It's just a vase that we had in the house that we decided to put the flowers in. So you gotta know if you're buying this set, of course, it's not going to come with a vase. In total, there is quite a lot of flowers. So I believe we have, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3 of these roses. Uh-oh, a couple of the petals are falling off. We have some more of what I believe, no, these aren't the snapdragons. I honestly don't really know the names of the flowers. I will be naming the flowers in the actual review because it does tell you like what flower is each in the instructions. But as you can see, there's just so many flowers and different beautiful plants in this set. You can see I'm just taking them more and more of these out. Running out of room for places to put these. But yeah, there's an absolute ton of flowers in this set. You gotta know that you are definitely going to be getting quite a hefty load of flowers in the set. Start off with these leaves, which interestingly enough you get 3 of, but they're not actually named in the set. In the instructions, it doesn't actually give you a name as to what these leaves are. They're just sort of extra leaves in the bouquet. You do get 3 of these, but however, I think I'm just going to be taking a look at 1. They all come on these super long green axles, like the longest axles I've ever seen. These axles are honestly insanely long, and we get them in this really cool sand green color, which is neat. Leaf piece is just like a surfboard there, which is pretty cool, and it is on a hinged piece, so you can hinge it forward to get it at different cool angles. It is the only flower that actually has any really movement in the set, and that's meant to be movement, so you can position this in different angles if you want to. 2 more unnamed plants, which is probably less than 20 pieces each one of these. There are 2 of them. It's literally sort of 2 bushes stacked on top of each other on a really long axle with some of these pieces. You're going to see a lot of these pieces being used for stems later in this, but these really don't add too much to the set. They just sort of look pretty on the side. Obviously, we wouldn't really display these on their own, but they just sort of don't add too much to the set, but when it's all together with the rest of the flowers, they look pretty good. 2 as what are defined as common daisies, and these are probably my least favorite actual flowers. I mean, they're decent. Don't get me wrong, they're decent. They look like what the flower they're supposed to look like. However, I don't know. They're just a little bit strange. They use a lot of these black pieces here, which doesn't really fit in well with the rest of the actual stem. And they look decent, except just all the other flowers are better. I mean, it's true. I mean, they're decent. It's just all the other flowers are better than these ones, in my opinion. The California poppy, which I cannot get out of my head that this is a clown flower. I mean, I just can't. Like, it's literally supposed to be on a clown's chest. I mean, you know what I mean, right? Like it's oh man, I just can't get it out of my head. It looks like a flower that a clown would wear and squirt you with, and it just looks good. I mean, it looks like a California poppy or whatever, except in my head it's just like it's supposed to squirt people, and that's all I've been keeping in mind. Don't get me wrong, it looks really really good. It reminds me of, of clown flower for some reason. A beautiful one here. We have the lavender, which has a super long stem. I mean, you can see how long some of these stems are, but it's a very cool build with all these little flower pieces and these little gold pieces, which is it looks really good with these little lavender pieces. And I don't really like how the center is black. I mean, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of that. And there's just that piece sticking out. Doesn't look so great. I mean, that's how you're supposed to build it. You're just supposed to leave it open like that. It's definitely one of the best ones. Very delicate. Like, it's kind of fragile. Like, these things will pop off if you rough around with them. But it just looks very beautiful. Two beautiful snapdragons, which is definitely one of my favorite. I'm pretty sure it was my mom's favorite when we were building it. We have one that is bent at an angle, and it's meant to be like that, which is really cool. And then we also have another straight one, so we have a straight one and a bendy one. With both of these and the roses, the leaves can spin around, and that's not exactly great. There's no way of fixing that. And it's just sort of a flaw in the design. I mean, spin around. That's honestly one of my main flaws with the set, is that these just spin around. We built them right. There's no way of fixing this, and it's just sort of a design flaw that I can't really look past. I mean, it's just really spinny, sort of loose on there, and I don't know, it just sort of tends to get in my nerves a little bit. I don't know why. That fact, though, the Snapdragon looks absolutely gorgeous. It has all of these bright pink pieces, and it just looks so tropical and extravagant and absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it just looks so incredibly realistic and lifelike. Like, it almost doesn't even look Lego, right? But it looks so beautiful. They absolutely nailed these Snapdragon. Three roses, which are in this really great sort of like skin tone color. Like, it's literally the minifigure skin tone. See the skin tone of the Stormtrooper here, and then just look at this. It's literally the exact same skin tone, which I think is super cool. We don't really have that many pieces in skin tone in my Lego collection, and so it's just super cool to get a bunch of, skin colored pieces. I don't know. These are honestly probably my favorite. It comes with three. Once again, this has two that are sort of at an angle, at a curvy angle like this, and it has one that is perfectly straight. It uses like a dragon piece for the actual leaf, which I thought was interesting. However, it has the same problem as the Snapdragon, where the sort of leaves are just really loose on there. Annoying that the leaves just, tend to roll everywhere whenever you pick it up and move it around. That's just something that's sort of annoying. However, it's probably my favorite. I mean, it just looks so absolutely gorgeous. These sort of car hood pieces, and they can sort of fold out a bit if you want to have a more folded out flower. Roses have to be my favorite flower. These are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they just look so realistic, so lifelike, and absolutely spectacular. Also, I really liked how the curved ones had little sort of like roots or spikes sticking out of them. The straight one does not have them, but the two ones at a curved angle had these little sort of thorns sticking out of them. Last but definitely not least, I know I said the roses were my favorite, but this is probably tied for my favorite. We have gotta find the name in the instructions, the aster flower. This thing is, man, it's just so gorgeous. It uses these tiny little sort of violet leaf pieces. It uses a ton of them on there, and they're all clipped at different angles and stuff, and it just looks so gorgeous. Of course, that's stem. The stem does not really have any detail on there, but it looks just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I mean, this is probably the best looking one in my opinion. It just looks so absolutely beautiful. This has to be my favorite flower. So incredible this flower is. The exact name of the vase we have, it's just sort of like a big sort of glass cup. But we are going to put the flowers back in the vase. You can really put these guys in however you want. You can really, mess around with it and get it to look all sorts of different kinds of ways. It actually is semi-hard for them all to fit in there, but they do eventually all fit. Obviously, they sort of tend to roll around, and you can't have all the flowers on one side, otherwise it would lose your balance and tip over. I accidentally, when I was reviewing the set, knocked the whole vase over, and the entire thing sort of spilled out, and all the flowers spilled out because they're all, different weights and at different sides of the vase, and it all spilled out everywhere, and a lot of them sort of broke. So we had to do some repairs there. It's really highly customizable. Like, there's not one right way to display the set, which is very interesting. You can just do it however the heck you want, which is, really cool to me. Rearrange these flowers so, make it however sort of flower design you look like. And it looks good from every angle. Like there's no angle that the set does not look good at, and I definitely cannot say this for everything. You're just James Bond and Star Wars fan, you just don't get the same sort of beauty and I don't know, incredibleness from an X-wing or an Aston Martin. Like this is just something so different. It's hardly even Lego. Like it just looks so incredibly lifelike and absolutely stunning and gorgeous. Easily the most beautiful Lego set that I own. I cannot think of any more, of a beautiful Lego set. The day, should you buy the Lego Flower Bouquet, I honestly cannot recommend this set anymore for you guys. 60 and in my case 50, and my mom helped pay for a lot of it. Yes, it's definitely worth it. It is absolutely massive. You saw it compared to the Statue of Liberty, which is 2 times more than it. Interesting building experience, and this is just like something that somebody that's not even into Lego would like. Like my mom does not even like Lego, and she loves building and displaying this set. We're displaying it in our living room. I mean, it's literally like a literal display model. It's so cool. Give this set a solid 94 out of 100. I really don't like how the leaves spin around on that. I wish they could just find some sort of design way around it, but they obviously can't, and the leaves spin around, and that's that. It's hard to really bash against the set that much. It's absolutely gorgeous. I cannot think of a more beautiful Lego set than this set. What you guys think of the Lego Flower Bouquet in the comment section below. This is Seabrook Productions. Sign off for now. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my latest content. I will see you guys later. Peace.